The FBU for loaning us this wonderful fire tender again. I've done a lot of meetings on top of this fire tender. One of the best was when we had so many people at the leadership rally in Camden Town Hall. We had to park the fire tender outside and 500 or 600 people gathered round so we could discuss all the issues that are faced. Thank you to the FBU today and for all the other days. Thank you for being here and for standing up for trade union rights. I'm a trade unionist. I used to be a trade union organiser. I've been a trade union member all my life, and I'll be a trade union member till the day I die, because I believe in trade unions. Because without unions, so much would not have been achieved in modern Britain. Our Labour Party probably wouldn't exist at all. It's the unions that have been the backbone of the organised working class and the backbone of so many very good progressive political ideas. We face massive challenges now as a party, as a movement. We face massive challenges of poverty and inequality in Britain. 6 million workers are paid less than the living wage in modern Britain. What's the Tory response to this? Weaken our trade unions, take away the most effective method of standing up for better pay and conditions. It's very clear, all the evidence is very clear. Where unions are well organised, there's better pay, safer working conditions, better management and higher levels of productivity in all of those companies. Union organisation and organised workplaces are not a drag on the economy, they're actually a boost for the economy, and better and more progressive employers fully understand that. But what's the Tory response? What's the Tory response? Yet another piece of legislation to attack trade unions' right to organise through the collecting of money, attack their rights to political expression and representation on top of the Trade Union and Transparency Act that they passed in the last Parliament, which tried to reduce the voice both of NGO organisations in our society as well as trade unions. I want to be there with the Labour government in 2020 to repeal both of those pieces of legislation. And I'm proud of the affiliations of many unions to our party and the way in which many union members took part in all the debates and discussion around the leadership contest in the party, but also take part in all the debates and discussions about the policies of our party, because it's people in work, in industry, in offices, in many, many different organisations who are actually the bedrock of our society. It's just possible their ideas on the economy are just as valuable as those of George Osborne or some of his friends. To unions that are working with and affiliated to the party, I say thank you very much. Your support is brilliant, your participation is fantastic, and the enthusiasm of your members is fantastic. I want to say a special thank you today to the Fire Brigade Union to vote to re-affiliate to the party. Welcome back. And I've already had some very good discussions with the FBU about how we approach the Police and Crime Commissioner elections and what's happening all over England on that, and indeed over the whole of the UK, because I want to see a requirement on the fire service to be responsible for flood defence and flood protection, just as they are for fire protection and fire defence, because in effect it's the fire service that has done so much to help people out of the recent floods. I also want to say special thank you and welcome back to the Labour Party membership of Mark Sawatka, the General Secretary of the PCS. And I'm very happy to work with the members of that union and their very good ideas on workplace organisation, but also their very good ideas on how we could better run the DWP. The Tory party are attacking our trade union funding. Why? Is it because they've got something to hide or something they're afraid of? I say this, we don't get money from hedge funds, we don't get money from those kind of interests. because they don't want to fund us. And I'm quite happy about that. That's fine. The union money that is spent on political campaigns and helping to fund our party, listen to this very carefully, I'll say it slowly, is the cleanest money in politics. Because it's come from ordinary people and what they want for themselves and what they want for their communities and their unions. And so, our party is committed to a living wage. Our party is committed to an expanding, growing economy. Our party is committed to a sustainable economy. Our party is committed to a sustainable welfare state that doesn't pass by, on the other side, the desperate levels of poverty and homelessness that are growing in Tory Britain. We are an inclusive movement for all. We also recognise that we have made some advances on transfer of undertakings, duty regulations, working time directive, anti-discrimination legislation, and many aspects of human rights through our cooperation with trade unions and socialist parties all across Europe. I'm very keen that that cooperation will continue, that liaison will continue, and together we will work for a stronger Europe, a social Europe, a Europe of solidarity of the people of Europe, not a Europe of free markets and austerity, which is what the right are offering at the present time. More things I just want to say. We have trade union legislation that requires us to have much better quality microphones in the future. And there will be better microphones in the future, I promise you. But it's now working again because we can all multitask. We need to look at the issue of workers' rights and trade union rights. And the last Labour government did many good things, but we didn't go far enough. And what I want to do is look at the whole issue of workers' rights, workplace rights, trade union rights, and rights for self-employed people who can just as easily be exploited as people working for a particular company or organisation. And they can also be discriminated against. So I've asked Ian Lavery, former President of the National Union of Mine Workers, Labour MP for Wanstead, to chair Workplace 2020, which is going to be a commission taking evidence all over the UK from unions, from workplaces, from all kinds of people on all the issues that have to be faced. Health and safety at work, automation, job losses through automation, opportunities from automation, rights of self-employed workers, systematic discrimination against women through the gender pay gap, issues of equality, and issues of black and minority ethnic representation and promotion in the workplace. All those issues are going to be looked at very carefully. And I'm delighted that one of our wonderful Welsh MPs, Joe Stevens, is going to be part of that work as well. Thank you, Joe, for all the work you do. So, our movement was built on the desires of people for decent working conditions, safe working conditions, strength and solidarity. We've been through some terrible struggles. The miners' strike in 84, 85, and all the struggles before that. The brutality of the deindustrialisation of the 1980s. And now, in many places, the brutality of the way in which young workers, often unorganised, are treated in the workplace. These are challenges for all of us. Last Saturday, I was with a group of young workers, mainly in the Bakers Union, but other unions as well, all from the fast food industry. They were concerned about their safety, their conditions, the zero-hour contracts, the insecurity of their lives. They wanted something better. They wanted that strength of the trade union movement with them. They wanted that sense of solidarity. The struggles may be in slightly different places, but organising a fast food restaurant, organising a call centre, organising a delivery company, organising all those places, yes, it's difficult. When you achieve that, and those young people have got the idea that you achieve more together than you can individually, You achieve more as a society collectively than you can individually. We are then on the march for that decent, coherent, collective society that grows and expands, gives the wealth to all, gives the opportunities to the young, and decent housing, proper health service, and all those kind of issues. Those are labour and trade union core values. That's why I'm proud to be a member of a trade union. I'm proud of the work